Number 93 and Brett Belden's number 81 make up row number 2. Row number 3, it'll be Dale Caswell, number 19, and Tim Sears Jr. in the number 2 machine. Billy Isaacs, number 18, and Andy Mayhew, the number 1, make up row number 4. Row number 5, that'll be Max Hill, the number 160, and Eli Mayhew with the number 15. Mike Kesmerzak, the number 118, will start inside row number 6. Outside will be Alan Chapman in the 64C, and rounding out the field will be Aaron Jacobs in the number 16. 25 laps will be the distance for your late models here this evening. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. One car around in the middle. We got a couple of them spinning around over in turn number 4. Or excuse me, turn number 2. That's going to bring the caution right out onto the speedway.
That car sitting right in the middle of turn 4.
Mike Kasmerzak's number 118 sitting at the bottom of the speedway over there. Rush late models have been here in 2018, and he's going to fire from the inside of row number 1. Sandercock, one of the quickest guys in the series. A lot of feature wins under the belt of the number 57. He's out of Brighton, Ontario, Canada. A little bit of a drive to get down here. He'll bring the field down into turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. Sandercock drives right through the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. Chris Fleming says he doesn't care who it is. He's going to drive right back by to the outside. They'll go down into turn number 1 and 2. Fleming up the hill to the outside. Sandercock down to the bottom. They'll work off turn number 4. Down the front stretch. That battle will continue. And this time Fleming's going to come to the front of the field. He'll try to squeeze Sandercock down to the bottom of the racetrack. They work off turn number 2 down the back stretch. They will go. Sean Beersley finds himself in the number 3 position as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Brett Belden started 4th, runs 4th down into turn number 3 and 4. Dale Caswell's number 19 will find his way up into the top 5 as they work off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Chasing him, that will be Tim Sears Jr. in the number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. As we said, Charlie Sandercock able to put this thing out in front of the field, and immediately he's going to open up about an 8-car advantage over Chris Fleming's number 10. As they go down into turn number 1 and 2. They work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Sean Beersley up into the number 3 spot, chasing Fleming down the backstretch. 5-car lengths separate those two as they'll swing into turn number 3 and 4. Dale Caswell now trying to close the gap on the backside of the 81 of Brett Belden off turn number 4. Belden to the inside. Caswell a groove higher, but Belden able to hold him off as they come racing down into turn number 1 and 2. They'll work off turn number 2. It'll be Brett Belden, 5-car lengths out in front of Dale Caswell. Down the backstretch, Tim Sears Jr. watching that battle as they go down to turn number 3 and 4. They work off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Charlie Sandercock continuing to show the way out in front of the field, beginning to stretch out his lead advantage over the stout field of Rush late models. They work off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Sandercock bringing him back to the stripe, a 19.859. 19.859 for Charlie Sandercock. Chris Fleming a 20.59. Sean Beersley a 28.78. So Sandercock puts it on cruise control. He's got about almost a full straightaway lead over the field. He'll take him off turn number 2 down the backstretch. He will go. Into turn number 3 and 4. It'll be Sandercock racing down the front stretch. Chris Fleming trying to hold on to the number 2 spot as they work off turn number 4. Down the front stretch they will go. Fleming holding on to that second spot in front of Sean Beersley's number 93 as they swing into turn number 1 and 2. Brett Belden, next car in line as they swing down towards turn number 1. Dale Caswell chasing him again. Tim Sears Jr. right behind them. Billy Isley moving up 1 spot. He'll get in front of Andy Mayhew in the number 1. Eli Mayhew chasing them. Followed by Max Hill, Mike Kasmerzak, and Aaron Jacobs. Well, your leader's over in turn number 3 and 4, and he is caught in the back of the field. So Sandercock's going to have to be careful here as he deals with some lap traffic. He'll slide underneath Aaron Jacobs down the front stretch, putting Jacobs down 1 lap. They work down into turn number 1 and 2. Off the top of 2, Charlie Sandercock continues to put cars down laps. Sandercock continuing to work lap traffic over in turn number 1. Now to turn number 2, he'll go to the outside of the Speedway, racing down the backstretch. They work out turn number 3 and 4. Sandercock all the way to the outside of the Speedway, lapping his way up to about the 6th place car now, down into turn number 1 and 2. Sandercock all the way to the outside of the racetrack in that 57. Works off turn number 2 down the backstretch. Into turn number 3 and 4. Sandercock coming right to the back of the Eli Mayhew, number 15, shoves him out of the way. Now we got a car going around over in turn number 2. So the caution flag will wave once again. Looks like the 160 of Max Hill is going to get turned around the wrong direction. Hill's going to get that fired back up over the bottom of turn number 1 and 2. So you're on the outside. He'll fire first over in turn number 3 and 4. Sandercock brings him down there. Puts his foot on the throttle. He'll drive him off turn number 4. Well, Chris Fleming able to lead for about 100 yards, but then he hits a bomb right on the bottom of the racetrack. One car way off the top of the Speedway, giving up a lot of real estate. And they work down into turn number 3 and 4. Sandercock again is going to pull off the top of the racetrack. He'll come racing down the front stretch, Fleming back to second. Here comes Sean Beardsley to the bottom of the racetrack, racing to the outside. There goes Brett Belden. Belden's going to find his way up into the number 3 position, but Beardsley not done. He'll look right back to the inside. Bretsky to the outside, Beardsley to the bottom. Side by side, they'll go to turn number 3 and 4. Off turn number 4, Sandercock down the front stretch, Fleming second. Beardsley able to get a nose back in front of Brett Belden. He'll take over that 4th spot. Belden working right back by on the outside as they work off turn number 2, followed by the 19 of Dale Caswell as they race down the backstretch towards turn number 3 and 4. Billy Isley, the next car in line as they swing into turn number 3. Isley's got company down to the bottom of the racetrack. Andy Mayhew's going to get inside him as they work off turn number 4. Down off number 4, they will battle, and Isley's able to get that spot back out in front of Andy Mayhew. Back out front, Charlie Sandercock, 10-car advantage, now 12 over Chris Fleming. Brett Belden again in a good battle with a 19 of Caswell as they'll swing into turn number 3 and 4. Belden able to hold on to it at this point. Caswell down to the bottom of the racetrack. Contact between him and Sean Beardsley. Beardsley went up the hill, and Caswell able to race right back to the inside. But here comes Beardsley back to the outside. Midway down the backstretch. This is a good battle for spot number 3, 4, and 5 on the field. Beardsley right back to the outside to 93. Dale Caswell to the bottom. There's the Brett Belden, number 81, holding on to spot number 3 as they go down to turn number 1 and 2. Belden out of West Edmonston. Now a good battle shaping up behind them down to the inside of the Speedway. That's Andy Mayhew getting back to the inside of a Billy Isley. Isley from right here in Lafargeville, New York, driving to the outside of the Speedway. Mayhew trying to stick it down to the inside, and Isley doing a great job holding him off as they work off turn number 4. But Mayhew may take advantage down to turn number 1 and 2. Your leader continues to be the number 57 of Charlie Sandercock, all by his lonesome down the front stretch. A full straightaway advantage for the number 57 as he works off turn to number 2 down the backstretch. He will go. Chris Fleming continues to hold that second spot. There's battle for spot number 3. Again, it continues to be the number R19 of Dale Caswell and the number 81 of Brett Belden as they continue to run side by side in turn number 3. Now off turn number 4, they'll come racing down the front stretch. Caswell holding on to spot number 3. Belden right there with him. Caswell out of West Monroe, New York, right down to the bottom of the racetrack, outside in the 81, out of West Edmonston, down in the Utica area, down the backstretch. That is Brett Belden. And again, side by side down the backstretch. Here comes Billy Isley back to the outside as he'll look outside of the number 1 machine of Andy Mayhew. Good battle as they work off turn number 4 down the front stretch, and Isley's going to take over the spot. So Billy Isley up to spot number 6, Mayhew back to 7. The parallel flags out, just 2 more trips around the Speedway as one more time Charlie Sandercock continues to put cars down laps here in the Rush late model feature down the backstretch, brought to you by Gillies Napa, Gillies Sitco, or Gillies Lubricants, Sitco Lubricants. The white flag waving this past time as they came down in front. Charlie Sandercock with a wide margin over the field. Continue to lap cars all the way down the backstretch toward turn number 3 for the final time. Checker flag will be coming out as they work off turn number 4. And it'll be Charlie Sandercock coming off the bottom of the Speedway. Sandercock's going to sweep the season here at Can-Am for the Rush late models. He'll be followed by Chris Fleming. Dale Caswell is going to finish 3rd. 4th will belong to Brett Belden. Sean Beardsley trying to hold on to the number 5 spot. Won't get it. Billy Isley's going to sneak by and take over spot number 5. Andy Mayhew will be 6th. 7th will be Tim Sears Jr. to round out the Rush Late Model Series for the 2018 season. Late Models brought to you by Gillies Napa, Gillies Lubricants, and Sitco Lubricants. Charlie Sandercock, 4 races here at Can-Am in 2018. You sweep the whole season here.
Yeah, no, I got a big hats off to my crew there this week. Me and my brother, we worked together at Bellevue Fabricating. We were on opposite shifts all week. We weren't able to make it to the shop, and 2 boys, they weren't sure if we were going to make it, and they said, "Oh, we're going," and they got the car ready. We were thrashing last minute today, and good job to those guys in the shop. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here tonight. And thanks for Gillies Napa for putting us all on for us late models to come here and race. You fans coming to watch. The staff, all the track crew. The track's been good all year. Every time we've been here, racing's been good. Just got to thank everyone that helps out and comes out and supports.
And this car was lightning fast. Every time you brought this thing out, this thing just wanted to go up to the front.
This new car we got this year, it's been lightning fast right out of the gate, right from the first time we sat in. It's just been real good. And like I said before, I've had a lot of help getting around this racetrack. Lee Gill, he's probably turned more laps here than anyone I know of, and he's been helping me out a lot right from day one from when I first started racing here. So I got thanks to him and my crew, my sponsors, everyone.
All right, congratulations. Charlie Sandercock going to do the 4-race sweep here for the 2018 racing season here at Can-Am.